Hello everybody, back with another knife review. As you can tell, I have a Spyderco for you today. So specifically, this is the Spyderco Paramilitary. I finally got in the mail. I'm really happy. This is the C81GS. So let me go and take it out and show everybody. I love these boxes, by the way. Look at this. I love it. They're all lined and it just feels higher quality. Anyway, if you look up paramilitary on YouTube, obviously you're going to find like tons and tons of videos about this. So this will just be my own 2 cents on it. So before I begin, let's go ahead and give out some specs here. Close length about 4 3/4. Blade length is just over 3 inches, and overall it's going to be over 7 inches long. This knife weighs in at not a hefty, but a pretty decent weight of 3 3/4 ounces. It features a satin fish blade and G10 handle scales. So let's go over this knife really quick. I absolutely love it. First of all, it's very sharp. This model in particular is on special at Knife Center right now for over 55% off MSRP, as I found it. Someone on YouTube told me that this would eventually be discontinued, so I'm really glad I picked one up. So anyway, first of all, I love the ergonomics of this blade. I mean, it's just awesome. That the handle feels very nice. It's not too thin. It's just right for thickness that it feels very comfortable in my hand. I mean, look at that. So, like, if you close it, you can tell that it just it basically is pretty large because it extends past the width of my palm. It's a very easy opener, very smooth. Features this nice, generous size spidey hole here. That if you're wearing gloves, you're going to be easily able to access this thumb hole and open the blade up for use. It has a removable pocket clip, but not a reversible pocket clip. And as you can tell by some of the videos, and one of the biggest complaints is the fact that it's kind of a high ride. Well, there's a good and bad point of that. And having such a high riding pocket clip, I mean, obviously you're going to be seeing a lot of knife, but you figure you have much more to pull on as opposed to trying to dig around and grabbing it right here or here. You know, you got this little bit of space where you can grab and pull out and quickly deploy if you need to. So that is kind of useful. The G10 is pretty grippy, so if you plan on using the pocket clip on pants or jeans or something like that, eventually you probably will shred the material that you continuously clip it to. So it does have a nice little lanyard hole here with a tube in it, which I really love. As I mentioned in a lot of my videos, I love it when they do this. When you thread the lanyard through it, you don't see the lanyard in between the handle scales. So that's a very nice feature. I love it. It has a adjustable pivot screw, but I found out that I didn't have to adjust this at all when I got this. So very nice. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can take a look at the compression lock and also the jimping. So let's start with the jimping first. Excellent jimping, very hard cut. I mean, your thumb locks right in there, along with the underside of the choil here. So as soon as you hold on to it, your fingers naturally fall right there. Or you can hold it back a little bit like this for longer reach if you need to, but generally I feel comfortable holding it up here. So and look at the generous thumb ramp on that. I mean, this is just like a mountain on here. It's just great. I love it. So now the compression lock here, I've gotten mixed feelings on it. Essentially it's an upside down liner lock to me. I like it and I don't like it. I like it the fact that it's easily accessible, and you can when you close it, your fingers are out of the way of the blade when it folds closed. I don't like it because it's kind of a little bit different to close using one-handed, and I love closing my knives one-handed. So let me zoom back out. I'll show you really quick here. So essentially, you notice I can grab it and I can just flick it closed, but very easily. But so for righties, there's 2 ways I've figured. One is you can hold it down, hold the compression lock down, disengage the lock with your middle finger, start the blade off with your forefinger or your index finger, and then pull it shut with your thumb. Okay. The other way is if after cutting, you can hold the compression lock down or disengage it with your thumb, start the blade off with your index finger, switch grips, and then pull it closed with your thumb. Okay. Lefties, there's only one way that I'm aware of that you can really do this is I mean safely. I mean, is hold it down with your thumb and then disengage or pull or start the blade to close with your index finger and then pull it closed with your thumb. So those are the 2 ways I know of. Now when it's closed, I love this because the thumb wrap, which is right here, if you wrap your index finger through it and you hold the rest of it naturally like this with your thumb on top, look how much extra handle you have here to use with the pommel. So I mean, essentially, if you want to use it for non non-lethal attacks, you know, by strikes in defense, and this is perfect. I mean, it's nice, it's kind of sharp, and you know, you can easily, if you hit somebody on the side of the head or, you know, in the chest, I mean, this is, it's gonna hurt. I mean, regardless, you know, as long as you keep this thumb on top here, you're gonna have a lot of leverage because this handle is so large. Now, speaking of size, excuse me, this knife, when I was reading on the website, was essentially made smaller in comparison to the military, because the fact that they wanted something that, quote unquote, doesn't raise any eyebrows when you pull it out of your pocket. I have in my hand here, of course, my full-size Benchmade Griptilian, and take a look at this here. It's basically a tiny bit longer than a full size Griptilian. So essentially, I don't really call this like a small knife per se. It's a smaller blade and more handle, whereas the Griptilian is more like a 50-50 almost, you know. But overall, it's not a very small knife. The military is definitely not a small knife. I mean, that's a really long knife. The paramilitary is smaller, but still, I mean, I wouldn't call it a small knife. So I don't know. If I pull this out of my pocket somewhere, I think it would still raise a couple eyebrows too, you know, basing off of the shape of the blade and everything. It looks really aggressive, you know, as compared to a more, I don't know what you call, like a more subdued styling of a Griptilian, you know. I think this would still raise a few eyebrows. So anyway, that's just my own opinion. So anyway, let's get rid of this. But all in all, I'm really happy about the knife. I'd highly recommend this to anybody. I mean, it's got the CPM S30V steel. It's made in the USA, Golden, Colorado. I mean, it's a very, very high quality knife. I mean, I highly enjoyed playing around with it. And I'm going to be carrying this every day just for a little while until I get another EDC knife to swap out. So anyway, this has been my review and initial thoughts regarding the Spyderco Paramilitary in a G10 handle and a fully serrated blade. All right, I'll catch you guys on the next review. Take care.